Soul 106.3, Chicago's R&B. It's Bad Boy Radio. And, of course, we heard of the passing of the great godfather of house music, Frankie Knuckles. And so I had to reach out to my DJs. And straight from Club 106.3, we had to bring him into the station to get his feelings and words and vibe. My man, my friend, my brother, DJ Lil John. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I was coming up here on GP anyway. Well, not on GP, but for the purpose of speaking about Frankie. Man.
Absolutely.
And I knew my brother Mike Love was going to let me share a little spotlight on his show, just a little bit, you know.
Tell me your Frankie story, man, your Frankie vibe, you know, how this whole thing is affecting you and where it goes from here.
Well, first and foremost, like many of us in the Chi, we were in denial probably until today. Me personally, like many of us, did not sleep last night. I'm going through music. I'm playing Frankie, I was going to say Frankie records, but, you know, off the computer. I'm playing Frankie songs, the songs he produced, the songs he remixed. Man, I'm kind of speechless. I can't lie. My emotions are frozen. They're not happy or sad. I should be celebrating, but maybe somewhere, a small percentage, I'm still in denial. But I will say this about Frankie. I saw Frankie play for the first time at the original warehouse.
Ooh.
The original warehouse on Jefferson Street.
Okay.
It was, an interesting experience because I hadn't experienced that kind of a crowd before, and I think you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But nevertheless, I came to hear Frankie's play.
Right.
What I witnessed was unlike nothing else, and it influenced me to this day. This man would play his music, interact with his crowd with the songs he played. The crowd interacted with him to the point not only were they singing along to the songs, they were singing and facing him. It was like watching a choir director direct a choir.
Wow.
That alone caused me to pay attention to every dance floor every time I touch a record. Every time.
Okay.
The second point, moving to his next club, was the Power Plant. This time around, one of the guys from Imports, the record store we shopped at, told me that in privacy that we had a little crew, a select amount of DJs that did mixes for WJPC AM. So I'm going back on you. But what I didn't know is that we were going to record some of those mixes in Frankie's Power Plant.
Wow. Which
was incredible to me. Now, I'm Lil John for a reason because I couldn't reach the turntables. Frankie's 5, almost 6 feet. So I think it was him that brought a box out for me. It's a little crate for Lil John. They all started laughing, but I don't care. I stood on that crate and I recorded my JPC mix at the Power Plant. Wow. Now, this was afternoons. This wasn't during the club hours.
Okay.
But that was influential on my life. But the third point I want to bring up is the most influential of them all. Mike, you're going to love this one.
Okay.
So now we're talking Mendel. Frankie played at Mendel during the heyday, maybe 3, maybe 4 times.
Okay.
Maybe all in one summer, too. But what I learned most importantly, now you're talking back 90s, early 90s, late 80s. Parties were what, $3-4 to get in?
Okay.
High school party, right? Frankie comes through. The price went up to $6. You hear me? It went up to $6. There were a few people like, man, that's too much. Are you kidding me? But not to tell all his business, Frankie took a percentage of the door. You couldn't pay Frankie to play. He took a percentage of the door, and trust me, his percentage was greater than the Mendel organization. And I only know this because, and shout out to John Hunt, I know this because I actually helped do the promotion, so I had the P&L sheets, the profit and loss sheets. I saw what Frankie took home.
Nice, nice.
I looked at that the first time and was blown away. I was, what's Frankie Knuckles? You let that slide. We're talking 1,300 people in the gym room, hands down. Second time, over 1,000. Third time, just under 1,000. If I could tell you how much you took home, I looked at them posters we were hanging. I looked at that little envelope we got from Mendel, and I ain't been the same since. Price went through the roof. I'm like, oh, no, you can't. No, there would be no $50 in drink tickets for the kid.
Right. So know your worth. Frankie definitely taught you to know your worth.
Frankie, it definitely taught us all, those veteran DJs, to know your worth. I'm going to miss Frankie, man. I just hope that his passing, his homegoing, we will all celebrate. Some of the naysaying, some of the negativity will help his moving forward, will help us to come together. That's what I really, really hope.